Howdy. Sorry, I'm having my last bites. Not like ever, I'm not going to get executed or anything. It's just a phrase. Don't worry, it's just a phrase. It should be my avatar. Nowadays I feel like it should be Kirara or Lynette. I think as an avatar, Lynette looks better. Well, don't know. Well, whatever. Although I've been fighting. What do you have, need, or anything? So we didn't get any of that. Fuck. Where's the other chick? Here you are. So for you this one. The same. That will be like. What? That would be take so fucking long time. Oh, and. I have the means. I think I will use this first time ever. Wait. Huh? Oh, there you are. So I have 3 of these. Okay, before I do that, let's see who uses it, because I don't know. Level cross French element, so we cannot choose by area. So these two use the different stuff. I guess then it will be Framine. Oh, Oh, this is not it. Nope, that's the other one. Who uses it? I know that I have a character here somewhere who uses this motherfucker thing. Or maybe it was just a traveler. Oh, traveler, where are you? Lumine. Oh, nope, we're not using it, but I'm not gonna even check what will be on the next level required. Shush. Whatevs. If that's the case, then that means that we don't need it. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. We just don't need it. So I needed this, and for that, no. Let's use this. Okay, convert. Yeah. I have so many of these. I don't think that I ever used even one. No. Oh, I mean, yeah. Convert this one as well. So now you should. I mean, wait, what? So let's see. For you, what do you use actually? But for you, I only need some of these talent books. Now, how much resin do I have? And it sounds like a sign. Seems like, looks like. Actually, inside the crafting branch, let's see if we have any at all, but I don't see any at all. So I don't think that I have any at all. Okay, okay. Before I forget. Krrr. Or because I think is still huh. Okay. Now for this I need talent book. Let's see if without talent book. What? Where you at? Okay. Without a talent book. Can we do this? Well, basically we can. Basically. What? My memory. Oh, I'm not even talent book hunting here. 4, 5. That's not much. You're the only one. Not the only one, but I'm going with you. Okay, then give me here another one. And another one. Alright. Haven't even checked the. Oh, now my microphone is like I'm gonna be pretty loud. It's just I don't know how this works. So now it's like 2 times the distance from where usually it is, and it's almost always in the red. Oh, you give me 2. Oh, fine, thanks. I haven't even looked at the screen. Sorry, I'm having things on the other screen that I'm doing. Alrighty. Yeah, I have a minute issue on the other screen, but it will be gone in a minute. So now I can upgrade this chick, but also that means that I will have to go hunting a little bit here, even though this is not. I don't think that I would go. But that's the first priority for me as well. So I agree. I use that the most, the best, and it's actually not bad. So because its cooldown is pretty short, its usage is like diverse. Let's go with that. Okay, so what do I need for the next one? Just one. Okay. I getcha. I understood the situation. Let's go here. There, I know that next to the ship there's a few. I know that around the island there's a lot, but I will do that off screen to wander and lost. So first I'm gonna get lost and then wander. I don't care about you, Bucket Anuki. I'm here for the floating annoying stuff. I think they are there. Yeah. So hunting these won't disrupt. Wait, give me stamina. Hunting these won't disrupt the flow when I go around that island, and I only need like 2 pieces of these. I want to piss on the table. Okay, I'm. As you can see, oh, I already got it. As you can see, I have this chaotic kind of fun right now. I don't know why. Probably because I wanted to start the stream 3 hours ago. That's when I woke up, and not like Neo, but whatever. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna do some stuff first that I have to do, and the stuff that I had to do, well, took some time, and I was like delaying it a little bit with scrolling in certain direction on my phone. And that doesn't mean Tinder or anything. I'm not on any of that crap. Those are just like bleh. I'm not dating anyway, you know, but if I would, then I wouldn't want to date a screenshot of the best angle. And you know, people who play pretend, even if they pretend to be themselves, which is not themselves, but a pretentious version. It's really loud. Okay, I have to do something with it. Yeah, maybe now it will be good. Okay, because I can't stand that I can't even get close to the microphone. Okay, this should be good. This should be alright. Well, tell me in the chat if there's problem with the sound. I will see if you tell me, but by the time you will tell me, I will be like at least a year older. Right. We got what we wanted. Which is this. Yay! Also, now that we leveled them up a little bit, let's use them for the greater good. Framini, your talents will stay at 6 for a long time. Now I should teleport back to prison. So if they look for me, then I'll be there. I was there the whole time. The whole time. That's not the level that I'm going for. Yeah? Huh. So which level is this? I have coffee. Oh yeah. Coffee is good. It's good. I can actually teleport here on this level without a waypoint. That's cool. Oh, something's happening already. What's happening already?
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Wow, Paimon. So as soon as you see other people talking, then you're like, let's listen into the conversation. Have some. Okay. Let people have their secrecy.
Pompous parasites on the surface act like they're
Privacy.
a bunch of aristocrats.
More like.
Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
I mean, so already Uh, it's not that they should, because your lives are not their problem. It's the thing that you're here. So exact people you're to be mad about, no, to be mad at because you're here, who maybe did something for you to get here, but if you did it yourself, then I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to break it up to you, but then it's your fault. And still, they shouldn't even care. It's like not that. So this is like a playing victim kind of thing. You're not the victim. You're a convict. If you're innocent, then it's another issue, but it doesn't sound to me like you're planning anything because you're innocent. It's more like I did something and there were consequences, and now everyone is evil because I have to face those consequences. It's like just no. So okay. I mean I know that they want to picture it even like that, but it's not how convicts think. It's how people think. Actually, the majority of people think like this. Now, when we put in parallel how those vastly rich people, not the rich people, not the wealthy, I'm not talking about when some I'm not talking about class differences in that way, that regard, that somebody who has a business and makes more money, of course they can make more money. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those type of wealthy people who exploit the poor for their wealth, and also who have so much money, and it's about money, not power. The power is a different thing, but we can talk about that as well. But so much money that they can make the world better without even feeling it, feeling the difference. And as people get more rich, then the more they deteriorate from that type of goal. That would be like the survival instinct, and somehow wealth is getting in the way of that survival instinct. I mean, survival of the race, which should be at the first place. I mean, together with the survival and procreation. But people blame other people for what they don't have, and especially it's problem when people blame those kind of other people who have nothing to do with it. So here the pompous parasites on the surface, they are not parasites. They are not taking your wealth or your well-being. They are not pompous because of that. So you cannot have an argument against them this way,
yourself,
at least.
I'm no dog.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
Do they want to pull a Shawshank Redemption here?
I don't buy that.
Yeah.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
But why would that be cool? So we took a lot of time. We took a lot of time to get here, and we fucked up so many different ways. So if you think that if we started again, then we wouldn't do those mistakes. We have learned from our mistakes, or there would be like records on how not to do things. No, that's not the case. We are here and we fucked it up, and this fuck ups exist This is what humanity does. So either we can change, we can learn from the mistakes now, or let it be destroyed. not the right word, but let it go to nothingness. But actually not starting over from nothing, but actually disappearing. So, like everybody, because this way, when some kind of changes happen, that's like not even like a pick me kind of thing that who will get lucky and who will get unlucky. It's like almost everybody will feel how things get worse, and just a few decided, okay, I'm not participating anymore. I'm better off from this world, and at that point, you can have an argument if their decision is right or wrong, because there's too many of us, and if just some who would want to do the changes, it still depends on the others that those changes can be done or not. Most of the time, in the grand scale, it's more like not most of them. In the grand scale, it's people who want to change things for the better can basically change things in a more autonomous way. Is that the word? No, it's not autonomous, I think. But maybe. I have to check this. I want to know this. Yes, autonomous. I'm on fire. Oh shit. Okay. So in a more autonomous way, because and that's how actually I think that things should be. There should be, okay, there for logistics reasons that there should be a government, but not who decide on things, but more like who makes the connections between autonomous societies. Because I think that the problem is that we're trying to live in the world as a whole. Globalization, as I say, globalization would be a good thing. Like communism would be a good thing if there wouldn't be people who would like to exploit it. And the globalization is also it's like not that, okay, we're just one nation and there will be like no argument, no war, no arguments between nations. You can see that inside the nation, inside the autonomous societies or anything, there people turn against each other everywhere. The smaller the community is, the more they stick together, and the more they have compassion for each other, more they commit to each other, the more they stick together. That's the best to describe it. And I think that it should be like that. Not even countries. It's more like counties, shires. How actually they are divided by different nations. I don't even know. I think the translation how it is here in Hungary, I think those are counties, but it's really, or maybe the country is Hungary, and we have 19, I think, counties. But when it's a translation for shire, we have the same. We have the same word for those two, and I don't know which one describes ours better. Shire is more fun because of the hobbits. And because UK. I got more used to that word when I was living there.
What kind of filthy bilge water you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Yep, this guy has more. Even though he's more simple, I think. But he understands why one view is just bad.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
Ruddy? What does ruddy mean? That's a new word. Huh? Healthy red. When a person's face have a healthy red color, I get what that means, but why would that be bad?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
I mean, he's here working right now, so you're just being personal.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
Yep, that's definitely. I think you're right. It's normal for convicts to be unhappy.
That's true.
Oh, I actually can. Can? Enjoy my meal. So this is what I missed out on last time. Let's use it. Mint jelly. And fortune slip. What does the fortune slip do? So do we have now 2 of those, or did I use... No. Did I use it up for something? It's a real headache, I'm just something, thankfully. Do I... Can I use it, like, here? Life is not a game. Or it's that it. I saw it, and it will disappear tomorrow. That's stupid. Still. Okay, so... But how much do I have on my own? 60. How can I get more? What do I need to do for that? Can I talk to these guys?
I've already decided to stay here.
Wish I could say the same.
Nope.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
Wasn't it like
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
I thought that we were going to go and talk to Linny.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
And is that a reason for to come here?
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Thanks, you guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? We're nice.
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, not like I know what that is, but I guess. However, that's a good point actually that I did not take last time. When we got this personal tour, that could also be for showing, not for showing us, but for showing the others that okay, these guys are important, these guys are different, the world is spreading out, and so if we want to investigate, they will be untrusty towards us, which is actually a 5-head move. I really think that it was. It could be the main reason actually for why we have a tour, and no, will that just be the the cover reason. It was just a little mistake.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Huh.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
I like how he puts it. It's not it's not anything particular, but just the way he explained it.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
I mean, that's still gossip. Oh my, Archon, I'd love to know. Please tell me.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
Alright.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
This guy is really on our side. Okay. We had the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
But didn't the subtitles say that he was doing it for half a month? Then what he said it was not that it matters.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. Not enough about that. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
And for free. We have money for that. We just don't have money for buying anything. The Lavaroon just wink at me. It seems he's saying, don't be upset, he's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
I mean, Risley, I think if you leave out the Audi, just Risley, then you're okay.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Interesting. According to Quisto, okay, a person named Jurio frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
So Jurio had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I remember that too. What do I have here? Oh yeah, okay. Where was the last one? Where was the last one? There was the last one. Alright. And then the next step we will see it. Yeah, there it is.
Hey, you over there?
Yeah, it's me. Who me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Not really, but even people down here play that too.
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
Oh, thanks, we're busy with the other things at the moment.
All right, no pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
But if you think that it's the same, anyway, then why are you not betting for a fight instead? Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
Actually, good point, because how would we know what we want to know if we don't know?
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, we have.
Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
You mean Crystal and Laveron?
Yes, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that there used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Well, that's true for anybody.
Anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Oh, that's it.
Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though? To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of respect that.
And also, if because it seems like he cares about the living conditions to improve here, and that could be an actually the reason for that, a good reason. By the way, do you happen to know anything about the Forbidden Zone?
Forbidden Zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Okay.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Cable is always trying to fall down the table, but something is pulling it. Huh. Interesting. All right. We don't have it here. Why I will have to do the dailies as well. Can I just? No, I can't. Hey. Okay. Let's use that time for drink. We do leave those stars so high.
The scenery here is wonderful. I've landed the perfect job.
Really, this scenery? This exact scenery here, right here, this one. It's not this level. Okay. Which level is it? Okay, and which one are we on? Because now I kinda don't know. So we are on this level. It's one up. So if I go to this level here, but from here I cannot jump down, right? But the game told me to come in this way. I was even traveling with the stars. If this doesn't take me to the right place, then I'm gonna try something else. I'm not good at threatening people or games. There you are. Why was this necessary?
Huh? That
look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Hey, it was like we're getting information out of them, not we're giving them whatever we know.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
You summarize your findings to me.
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
The most important thing right now is to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Fremine.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. We're counting on you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain.
What would happen if I put a second? I will be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, sorry. I could have done it not in the microphone, basically.
Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm too quiet. This thing, this microphone, this is giving me. Now I'm making it loud. Okay. It's stupid. I don't know what happens with this. And now I'm super quiet. And I even made it louder this time. But whatever. Let's go with this. If no, it's not the direction either. So now I'm actually an inch close to the microphone, and I know that the quality is better, but the volume is not. This way the volume is what I would want to, but I don't want to get this close to the microphone because it's, you know, it's like you're fixated at one point. And I know that many podcasts and whatnot, people are doing it like this, and I'm annoyed by their microphone. Interesting. But I don't get it how it changed in half an hour ish. Something.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
How do you know that?
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Alright.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise, Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do?
Oh,
Will
shit.
it be hard?
Another second. I'm back to explain. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. But that's what the translation tells me, that you know, when you have some, let's say, skin issues, but health conditions that definitely that require you. So I have health conditions that require me to have blood thinner. That's what the translator tells me. Blood thinner medication all the time. It's basically I have it on constant. I'm taking pills every day for that. And when you have an unrelated thing that that is starting to be, you know, just a small injury or anything like, or even for that's for example one of the most annoying things when there are some pimples is the right word. I'm not sure, but those type of ones that when you put them out, and it gets bloody. Or if you cut yourself, and then maybe a better example, cut yourself during shaving or anything, small things like that, or just a rash or somewhere. Those could take a lot of time to stop the bleeding. And it's not like, okay, I'm gonna bleed out from something like that. It's not that. But it definitely is annoying to have the blood running for that long, because the blood thinner makes it harder to get solid. And all these small things that I have on me, like skin conditionally, like pimples, like or I'm not sure it's pimple is the word, whatever. But if you have anything like that with blood thinner, then those heal slower, those are more frequent, those come up over and over again, and it's so freaking annoying. I hate it, and it's so inconvenient because you know, parts of my face are sometimes ugly for a long time, and when I'm actually healed from it, and that's maybe not the right word either. But when I'm healed from it, by the time another one comes up or anything, and it's like I never have like a pristine face, you know. This takes weeks. There are some that take up months. It's like the annoyance is real. I'm sorry to bother anybody who cared. It's like 10 minutes out of this life already.
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover.
Hey, last time it wasn't like we're reporting to you.
But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Do you want to say that because I'm an amateur?
No, when it comes to intelligence gathering, I'd never consider you to be an amateur. Didn't you say it yourself? It's always been your strong suit.
Did I?
I'll believe anything as long as it comes from you. So, please prove your prowess to me once again.
Why should I prove anything to you?
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay
Oh, sorry. After doing some prep work with Paimon, you begin slowly approaching the infirmary, blah blah blah.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Paimon already took a peek.
There seem to be several people inside.
Let's try to eavesdrop on them first.
Right. I feel like this.
It's not impossible.
So, it's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
You know, don't take a long deep breath before inhaling. If recall correctly, that potion is the result of a failed attempt at... Having given it a good whiff, you have...
Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison?
Let me take a look. Please lie down over here.
Oh, my stomach really hurts.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
You can do it, traveler.
Thank you, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Sijuin has taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so hazy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
Eh? Oh, that's good. But
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Sijuin's using her hands to palpate different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression is growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not that bad.
And here?
That hurt a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Yeah, actually, when I was trying to skip school and went to the child doctor, that was way back then, I was faking something similar, and I think he found it out and sent me to another checkup in the hospital, which of course I didn't go. But I was like, okay, if I don't go there, then I will not get the pass for that day. So I did not get the pass. I went back to school for the rest of the day and just basically skipped just a few hours, few lessons, more like. But it was a lesson. Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really, can barely feel it.
I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
so that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Phew, this infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Sijin just called that woman Lorwyn. So she has to be one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard of before. Would that mean the man next to her is Jirio, then?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It drew unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too.
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Ah, well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please. Keep it civil at least.
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only run into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall, eh? Wait, there seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
So... assumptions. Might not be. The thing is that we know when Sijuin is not here. So, because we met her in another place, and she said that she's frequent to go there at that point. So, I think we're going to leave here, trying to remain unsuspicious, and then come back at that time when Sijuin is not here, and try to check on that hatch.
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's institution speaking, but isn't it a bit strange that there's movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Seishween should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Not really.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Seishween.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Take the stomach pills that Sejuin gave you.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? I remember.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya!
What does the color mean?
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
That's it.
All right then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure.
Sejuin is still looking at me. I should just try to take a nap like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. The awareness from blah blah blah. You can, however, still catch some hints of Paimon's conversation.
We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong.
Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion. That word brings forth a wave of comfort.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better, thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods.
Thank you, Miss Sejuin.
Alright. So we are gonna return here. At one point. Oh. Here.
Step on up. You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death.
Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sejuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Aren't we really off track though? And there are still a few weird things about the place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question Siegwin asked Dorwin. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Dorwin and Jurio's argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa! You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Really? Already? Over the next few days, you and Paimon work at your stations as normal during your shifts. However, you manage to find opportunities to write keywords relating to your suspicions on a piece of paper. They give us time to breathe. Oh, fuck me. You manage to pass the slip to a busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable and she does not even look at you. So, basically, okay, we got that. And finally, the promised nice day arrives.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
I mean, I'm right here. Oh?
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Pithew. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future too.
Yep, but that's what he's trying to say, I guess, that if that has... If he has to make the decision, he probably will go towards the Fatui.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way.
Get it now?
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
So that's what I'm saying. He didn't say it outright, but I think that this is what he said. It's unless or until the Fatui gets involved, especially the House of Hearth. House of Hearth? Whatever. The knave, father, whatever. So if he has to choose between them, then he might not go the way we expect. Or maybe initially not, and eventually he will decide. I don't know. Linny is less likely, I think. I think Lynette is more towards us.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we heard about that too.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Let's head over right away.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh.
Huh?
Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead and left it to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Search for clues.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things?
Why wouldn't she?
She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. I don't get it, what they are going for.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Leans down to get close to the movable hatch.
The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
The look on his face is definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anything else. Yeah, that's something that I wanted to say right now, but it's exactly that.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back! This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face! Paimon's reading it now! Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Pithew could be right now? No! Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why did he go? Why did he only go after Lynette? I mean, it doesn't seem like he only went after Lynette. Why didn't he go after you as well?
I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Last time?
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Linny, calm down.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again.
Again.
I
Oh
have
yeah,
to go.
we know.
I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Alright. Hmm.
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Ah, these two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp.
So the yellow might mean our hair color, but in what regard? So they have chosen between us. Maybe the medication that we got, then it's not the usual.
What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Lenny, wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
That's a window. Stand by it, that's a window.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive.
Hostages.
You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Pithew members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
But, okay, I get it that he's telling all that to us instead of him. But spelling everything out, it sounds so stupid.
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he'd definitely try to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Pithew has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
He's right. This is a very interesting conversation. And I think he moved the threads. That should I say? Move the details in a way, and interacted in a way that he's right. I mean, we know that manipulation was there, but here with this, if not Mr. Fremenet, but everybody, if they let the fortress on their own, then nothing would have happened. So it's their provocation, not the other way around.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5.
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait, can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way.
Also true.
But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Please spare Fremenet and Lynette. I want to see Fremenet and Lynette too.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Oh, there will be a question that we cannot answer.
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meat. It's a good thing that we've already run a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find the answer if I can piece everything together. Minigame. Oh shit. If you break the hidden rule of production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Well, I think it's about the strange
Fonta's
meat.
internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
So this might be the new product.
But
Under what's her... Oh shit.
Fonta's
Who
internal
will
reports
see
suggest
if
that
you
they're starting a
keep
new
working
trial of an
continuously.
unnamed and unpackaged.
Okay, so it's not... I always forget that I have to read this.
The
So
Fonta promoter has been struggling because
No?
he doesn't recognize. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone.
So it's that. Under what circumstances does the strange meal appear?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work.
But we have
The
that.
Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
So I think maybe this one. Why does the strange meat appear the way it does?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and
I go with this one. Hypothesis. So it's the last one
The
that it's...
Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored. The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently.
Okay, so maybe this one.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work.
Huh.
Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
The hidden rules of the Pancration Ring, I remember. If someone tries to support both boxers at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning, which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I've found and come up with the correct answer. So what happens if you violate the Pancration Ring's hidden rule? Oh, we have that, okay.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Could that be then the new... Okay, let's go
We
through.
often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work.
We have that.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. The Fonta promoter has been
The
struggling.
Fonta promoter. Okay, why does the strange blood look the way it does?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial.
And why do only those who buy tickets to support both fingers receive the package?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it.
No, I guess. Guess it's the other way around.
According to Collins, the Fonta promoter has been struggling because I've been told that the infirmary is We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently. The Fonta promoter has been struggling.
Well, yeah, it's this. Okay. Alright.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale, to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light.
But it sounds stupider than whatever.
Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
You haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Lenny.
You'll pay for this!
Huh? Animation?
Ah!
What? Siege win?
Are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Siegeween. That was
Yeah.
a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
What the kind of... We never got this type of storytelling that...
Siegeween?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Siegeween... You...
Are you his accomplice in all this?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulet asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close with Nervulet, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulet told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Siegeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
He's probably really just playing games with us.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
I think he had nothing to do with any of that. He was just observing, but manipulating that way that we got here out ourselves out entirely. The others will come here and like prove that he has no bad intentions. It was just for theatricality, and everyone will get their information as well. So he will be like, you should have just asked. He will be like that. I'm almost entirely sure of it.
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Siegeween, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
Lynette?
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Door suddenly stands open, a familiar figure bursts into the room.
Some space, please.
Okay.
Ah, Miss Clarand. My door.
Hey, Fremine is there. On the ground.
Fremine. Fremine.
What's going on? What is Clarand doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linny. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
The symptoms, it can't be.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Oh.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Okay. It gets more confusing-ish.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegeween may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Okay. His expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Sigewin touch Fremini. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that Fremini does require urgent medical care. Sigewin is examining Fremini carefully. She doesn't look very upset. Look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremini will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
He has finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts what Sigewin just said. So the theatricality was true.
Linny, are you okay?
There are other reasons.
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too.
Everybody's here.
Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Linny and Lynette immediately come. So, and it was like so if it's not a concentrate, I mean not the original primordial water, but it's not that concentrated, then it acts more like a drug, not something that would kill. But still, as I was talking about that case, I didn't think that so the disappearances case has ended, but the issue of the primordial water, or what it was about, it's still unfinished. So I'm pretty curious about that, but we don't get much of the new Archon in any of these quests. Even the ones where she was like in the courtroom, it wasn't really about her. She was there as an adversary, maybe, but usually we get more of the Archon, and I think that maybe not. We did not get too much of A either, so maybe I just got used to Nahida. At the beginning, Nahida was less apparent either, but she was about to contact us and whatnot, and it was less with Zhongli. We did that rite of parting thing, but that was a historic quest. And the base things, or was it? No, the rite of parting wasn't historic quest. Huh. I think by far it was Nahida who was, and maybe Venti, who were the most apparent. Yeah, we'll see.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Okay.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Very well. Even though I'm interested in what Risley and
Duke and Clarinde are gone.
Oh, then
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarinde will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Chlorine saved Fremine from the sea. Just what happened there? So Chlorine is not a Fontaine original? Or she had some other ways to be immune, but she can't. So it's not that they have to drink the primordial sea. It's more like they have to get in touch with that kind of water. How are you guys?
Could I tempt you with some sugar for your tea?
No need.
That was okay, Chlorine.
Could I tempt you with some sugar?
No need.
Same. So they are not telling anything. We don't have a chest around here, except Chlorine's.
Take it easy.
So it's not on this level. It's on this level. Alright, we're almost there.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes.
So it is used to bring forth a prophecy, and because they want to get in the prophecy's way, so for them it's a really important issue.
Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
Quite the big pipes, so to speak.
Where could Master Child be?
Mm-hmm. Okay, the thing is, at the worst time, can I? Because we can be never, and I only have 20 minutes to do the dailies. I'm probably missing out a little.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Okay, let's be quick about it. Right, come. That's not good. Maybe this will turn it.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
So do I need to take it back down? Turn it now. Yep. Fuck! He starts to climb. Okay. Door of Resurrection. There we are.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Okay. Here. I think he's the fastest driver.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
Huh?
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Okay. So we were... But if we were caught right away...
I can't die here.
Then, because it was more than 2 days later.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
So, either it happened 2 days later, this, than expected, or or after Crony found Femine, she waited for 2 days to show up. So, I don't know. I'm sensing the plot hole there. Not plot hole. Just a hole in the story.
The trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
I mean, the question is, why was Child from Fontaine? I don't think so, but if he was from Fontaine, then he's gone.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
He would want to, but he doesn't want to leave his siblings.
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Okay. Now let me move. Okay. Dailies. I have a good 14 minutes. Yeah, almost got it. Like I didn't, but almost.
Over here. Busted.
Yeah, they are immune to that.
Frost is coming. Prepare.
Surprise!
Getting gear. Commencing cleanup.
Over here.
Yo. Okay. Not doing any puzzles. Do I have? Yeah, only this one. Do I need the Culus up there? No. Oh, it's right here. Clues. How many clues do I have now? I have, okay. I need 6 or 8-ish. You know, actually, let's do this.
Quietly now.
Stefana! Over here!
Oh, that was quick. Alright. Next stop. Airport? No, not airport. That's another movie. Really? Okay. Oh, I know this one. I hate this one. Here, the designated number of the audience, and it's always the same. Oh, missed it already. There. Okay. Done it. Then this one. Oh, it's below. So then this one. Hide and seek. Hide and seek. Oh, that's not what I should follow. Actually, I have to climb up. Oh.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Yo. If I will, okay, we're not going through that. Treasure. I go with you too. Are they looking for their friend? Oh no, I did this one. I just did not read it back then either, so. Alrighty. Done.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Okay, got some stuff here as well. Oh, these guys are still out. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. Oh, it's this level. And also, pick this. Now I can finish. Ish. If we're getting closer to the end, then it's going to be much shorter than the other one. And maybe together the two is giving us the length. Oh, this is.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
Yep.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegeween?
Oh, maybe she's curious.
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Pithew operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Pithew do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
It's not like... It's because they were doing that work for themselves already, that then he just didn't have to do it. At least not that part, that they were doing it. Yeah, that's... It's like okay, let's put it this way. You want to make food, because you have to eat, you know? You want to make food. But someone comes in and says that they are going to make food for everyone. Then you don't have to do your food, because you are part of everyone. You know?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
I'm curious what Fonta has to do with all that, because I do think that Fonta is involved in some way. Maybe not intentionally, but somehow.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Okay, we're asking some questions that are not really important. It's just more like somebody mentioned this half information, so we have to finish that half information from someone who, basically irrelevant for the story. Who was asking Cloran here?
As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So the Forbidden Zone really exists? What's inside of it?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
And if they are connected?
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Out of curiosity, not because you need to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yeah.
Follow me.
It's not like I had a choice to leave them be. Mm-hmm.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Alright.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Okay.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Pithew friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
And we were just nodding.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Dr. Isadora. Keep exploring, but... Oh, that was the new... Oh, okay. There's a new day.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
I just wanted to look around. A little bit. Just a little bit.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Oh, what's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
Really, let me investigate a little bit without starting something uncalled for. All right. You see, that wasn't bad. Okay, one more. Why do we have to wait a week for all of that? I don't get it, but Mihoyo and the Hoyoverse and their FOMO is... It's real. The FOMO is real. I just don't care. Which should be required for FOMO. I care for the story though. This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device Deb in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Water pressure, temperature, pressure.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea?
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will forfeit.
You know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Okay, some lore, but a lot of words for the same thing.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So as the Duke of Maripede, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Okay. Some more lore is going to happen.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
Are you sure you are?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
At who?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Maripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
Well, I liked it.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
I mean, but then isn't she still, or now now they are equal?
Ooh, are they together?
Was it really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Yep, these doors are just like that.
Constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
It's probably just the doors and that's it.
Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
This is...
What a huge ship?
Is it an ark?
This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Okay. So we cannot get there, I guess, for a while at least. To look around.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my actions now will decide the next steps Linny's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Linny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Okay. And I think that's a good point where to finish. I mean, I feel like there's going to be another thread starting here, not just like conclusion. I thought that maybe this will be a conclusion, but we don't really have that conflict that we have to deal with. This is not a conflict that we have to deal with. This is a conflict that leads to the one that we have to deal with. So it might be that it's just right around the corner. We'll see. If that's the case, then I will do a story quest the next time or something. But at this point, wait, what did we get? Oh yeah, I already did this one. What did I do to what? Because it's a new day now, so whatever. I did.
No peeking at my customers' stuff.
I did. I knew that I did. That's no news for me. That was planned that way. It was definitely how it was. I'm sure of it. I mean, actually, I'm starting to not remember what I'm talking about.
Ad Astra.
Yeah.
Thank you for completing today's commission.
But at least I'm having fun. I just got a little bit tired. I realized, okay, and it's not that because it was exposition. It wasn't like something that I shouldn't even, of course, but I could think about the way that I usually do when it's this stuff. It was interesting. It leads to the next step of the story, but nothing to comment about, basically. Alright, so I think I'm leaving it here. Thanks for watching, bye.